Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. For this video, I'm going to be talking about the best method on farming the IKELOS and the SERAPH weapons for this season, for Season of the SERAPH. So we're into week 4 currently, and I think now it's been established the definitive way, in my opinion anyway, to farm out all of these weapons. So we're going to break it down into 2 separate categories. We're going to talk about IKELOS and then SERAPH weapons. First up, I'm going to talk about the upgrades. Which upgrades should you get from this exo frame for your weekly seasonal quest? In case you don't know what I'm talking about, for the seasonal quest, the first 2 triumphs in each of these will give you a node to give the exo frame for an upgrade. So as you can see, I've done the first 2 here, and then I'm finishing up my last one for this current week. So the upgrades you primarily want to target here, in my opinion, are the IKELOS weapon focusing, SERAPH weapon focusing, and Umbral Silence in the top row. You can also get Umbral activities if you'd like. If you do dungeons and raids and dares a lot, it helps to passively build up the SERAPH Umbral energy, but it's not necessary. In the middle row, I would say the second one, Heisted Deep Sight, gives you a deep sight for your first locked chest in Heist Battlegrounds. And then the very last one has a chance to drop an additional seasonal weapon, guaranteed deep sight resonance for a pattern that you don't already have. I think those are the 5 that you need specifically. Everything else is just a cherry on top that you might like to do yourself. Let's talk about IKELOS weapons. So to obtain IKELOS weapons, you would start up using your Resonance Amp with Resonance Stems, which, by the way, you can get basically anywhere in the game, playing Trikes, Crucible Gambit, etc. And then you would use this on here. Mine are currently all done, so I can't show you. But you would activate a signal. The signal would then show you what planet or moon to go to, and then give you little hints. For example, moon, Archer's Line. You go to Archer's Line, and it'll say, middle beam in the sky. So you would go on the rail beam that's in the middle of Archer's Line. There would be a node there, or a frequency, and you would just pick up a weapon from that after it glows bright yellow, by the way, when you get close. And then you would unlock that weapon, and it would be in your collection to now roll for Umbral engrams. You can also get red borders just from getting these, by the way. There's a certain amount on each planet, and they can be red borders each time. I will note that once you get towards the end, for the SERAPH Station ones in the SERAPH Shield mission, mine were all red borders. I don't know if that's just me getting dumb luck, or they're intentionally red borders at the end there, but just keep that in mind. With that being said, you can also get one weapon from the rank rewards right here, Deep Sight IKELOS weapon, depending how much you play, which we're going to get to with the whole battlegrounds thing in a second. And then you can play the Umbral Machine game here with that as well. So my personal suggestion for this is don't waste your time buying them directly, because they cost 30 energy each. That is a huge waste of time, in my opinion. You're better off playing Umbral Roulette and rolling all of these up to, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, etc. Combining that with all the stems that you're going to be getting, you're more than likely going to be finished with at least 2 of these, if not 3 of these, already just by doing that. At that point, if you want to finish out, all 4 of these, then you could try to target the one specific one you don't already have with your SERAPH energy, and then finish it out that way. Now let's talk about SERAPH weapons. So first thing I want to note for this is you're going to want to get the armor. Doesn't matter which pieces you get, just get 4 of them in whatever order you'd like, and run 1 exotic with them to get a bonus for rep at the end of Heist Battlegrounds. For example, my character right now, I have Synthos on for my bonk build, but then I have 4 Warmind pieces on right here to get the maximum bonus for Battlegrounds. Now, just to give you an idea of how much this actually matters, if you run all 4 pieces on normal Heist Battlegrounds, which is what solo players are going to be doing, by the way, for this strat, you're going to get 300 and change at the end of the mission if you use the SERAPH code chest, right? Now, if you do Legend Heist Battlegrounds and you don't wear any of the armor, flat zero, you're still going to get 100 rep from the first chest and then 680 from the second chest. I'm not sure if this is combining with the first chest as a rep total, or is just giving you 780 total. Either way, still way more than you would get on normal with the armor. Now, if you do Legend with the armor on, you get even more rep. How much rep? Well, let me put it on screen for you. First chest gives you 168, and then the second chest, combining or separate, don't know, gives you 863. So you're looking at maybe 1,000 rep here, or let's just say close to 900 if it's just combining the two. Again, either way, you're literally tripling your output from normal mode just by doing Legend with these armor pieces on. Now that's not all. On top of doing the missions and getting stuff from the chest that could be red borders already, you also get rank reward engrams from ranking up your vendor and eventually resetting them. get a bunch of engrams up top there, as well as in the prestige rank rewards, you would get a guaranteed deep side Seraph weapon, just like the Ikelos one I mentioned earlier. Then, even on top of that, remember the upgrades that I mentioned? Well, one of them is killing the Deaf Song Chorister Acolyte in the Heist Battlegrounds before it sings with the totem. If you do this correctly, at the end of the mission, you will get 6 Umbral Energy from the first chest just for killing that Acolyte on time. So, in grand total, completed the mission, you get a bunch of rewards, you get 900 to 1,000 rep, and then you get 6 Umbral Energy from the first chest, and then 15 from the second one, giving you a grand total of 21 energy per run. So without a shadow of a doubt, I would highly recommend running Legend Heist Battlegrounds to get all your red border needs. I will mention a couple of other things though. First off, especially for solo players, if you want some extra rep, you can pick up the bounties from the Seraph Exo Frame vendor, and then get 300 extra rep daily by doing the 4 bounties on each character. So that's a decent chunk into the rank rewards as well. On top of that, if you can stomach it, you can run the Seraph mission, the Seraph Shield, get a powerful drop for normal, you get a extra drop for legend if you want to, get a 2-for-1 there. And then for Battlegrounds on normal, you get a drop every 2 chests that you open. So again, if you can stomach it to do 6 runs, you get 3 extra drops as a powerful, which can also turn out to be a red border. My final note here to make is, you might be asking, well, which Battlegrounds do I want to run on the weekly rotator for, most efficient gains, going as fast as possible, things like that. And the answer, I think, is the Moon, which is the current weekly rotator Battlegrounds right now, which is probably when you're going to see this video come out. The Moon basically front loads all of the enemies at you at the beginning. The Deaf Singer Acolyte is at the beginning, the Barrier Champion, the Unstoppable Ogre, the Yellow Bar Ogres also, all of them are at the beginning. So once you plow through all of those, and you successfully killed the Acolyte before it sang, you're guaranteeing yourself the 6 energy, and then the rest of the mission is pretty much in cruise mode. You're going to have the ghost scanning part that's going to take a little while, but eventually you get through it, then you go straight to the boss, and it's the Scorn boss, who's a little annoying to, follow around when he teleports, but realistically, it's much less annoying than doing the Shrieker boss, at least in my opinion. All in all, you can get the mission done in about 10 to 12 minutes if you're zooming through it with some friends. Maybe you're on Bonkhammer or a 1-2 punch build with hunters. And then stay the hell away from the Mars one. Just going to say it flat out. Mars, annoying as hell, long as hell, long as a football field. Just stay the hell away from it. Get your one clear done for the Triumph if you're a Triumph chaser. And then just bye-bye. No, thank you. The Europa one, it's decent. It's not very terrible. You can swing through it pretty reasonably. I'd say a little slower than the Moon, but not too bad. So 2 out of the 3 in rotation, you can just probably farm out. But Moon, definitely number 1 in my opinion. That's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully this video helps you. And if it did, like, share, subscribe. It does help the channel. Also stream daily on Twitch. Link in the description for that as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right? Hit that notification bell. All right? It's Christmas or New Year's. I don't know where you're watching this. Okay. Happy holidays.